Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be in the world. It is Sunday, November 15th, and this is the Sunday evening Unwind morning edition. I hope you all are doing good. I hope you're well rested. I hope you're ready to party. I'm Max,
What's happening, my friend?
and here is my illustrious co host. You know him, you love him, Mr. PJ Campbell. How are you, buddy?
Hey, it's Sunday morning. I'm here hanging out with you and so many of our hundreds of favorite people right now over in the chat. Everyone here supporting Kevin Smets in the Smash-A-Thon. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what we would do without you guys, and I'm like just blown away by all the support you guys have shown. It's
I've been up almost the entire night. I slept
Yeah.
for about 70 minutes. The overwhelming outpouring of support and donations has been incredible. As Jill said, we are at $9,203.46, and I have a goal, PJ. I think you would agree. Over the next 2 hours or an hour 40 minutes, however long the Unwind is going on, let's cross that $10,000 mark. And you know what's really fun to encourage donations is a raffle.
Yeah.
So look, here's the deal. I'm sure a lot of you know what Box is, the show that PJ hates, that I love to do with my good friends Sully and Kristen Smith. For every $25 donation we get over the next 90 minutes, you will get one entry. And at the end, we will raffle it off, and the winner will get to guest star in a future episode of Box. We will send you a box, a surprise box. We will bring you in. We will film you. You get to open it and be part of the show.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I think this is such a cool thing. Like, of all the things, Box has been one of our favorite kind of do-it-yourself different type of things that we're doing on the channel. It's our first scripted sort of show, and we know you guys love it, and we get people telling us all the time how they want to be on it. Well, now use your chance. $25 gets you entries into a chance to be in an episode of Box, and how could you not want that?
Look, I think it's a good prize, but even if you aren't interested in the prize, please send in all your donations. We're here today for one reason and one reason only, and that's our good friend Kevin Smets.
Yes, sir.
We love him. We love his wife and his beautiful child, and we are doing this for him. For those of you who watch the PJ Campbell Network know we always operate from a place of compassion and empathy, and to see what's happened thus far over the last 16 to 18 hours and what I'm sure is going to happen today is really beautiful. I'm very emotional about it. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've talked about it a lot since this all was announced, like how it's just so difficult knowing that your friend is going through something like this, but at the same time, like, you guys have shown so much compassion in the way that I can only hope the world will operate in the right way. And this community is so incredible. We've seen you all rally around so many people, whether it was Craig, whether it was Christian, in very trying times, and now with Kevin. Like, I am so proud of you, all of you, every one of you. This Sunday morning, I want you to all, like, take a moment to thank yourselves and pat yourselves on the back for being the best of humanity right now, which is something we desperately need. So thank you guys so much for all your continued support. Without you guys, I don't know what we would do. So thank you.
Yeah, it's been incredible. And if you've been watching, some of the shows that have been going on have been absolutely remarkable. The Cinefanatics, the Action Guys, Gucciverse, Video Drew's show. It's just been nonstop. And also a huge shout out to Eric for that incredible video he edited together of Smets. When I saw it, I was sobbing. I know everyone in the chat was sobbing. I mean, Eric has been incredible for the Schmodown for a long time, but I think this might be his finest work. It's really remarkable.
It truly is. Brought me to tears when I first saw it. It brings me to tear pretty much every time. So, you know, he just does amazing work, and I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have some really incredible guests today. We have so many fun people who are going to hang out with us, but we do have one person who's going to hang out with us for these 2 hours. Do you want to bring him on?
I sure do. I believe they call him the Tank.
That is correct.
It's Mr. Tim Franco.
Hey, bud.
Hello. I'm happy to be here on the Sunday morning wind-up, as I like to call it, because I'm having my coffee and getting ready for the day of streaming and watching this incredible stream that we have going on. It's been amazing, and I'm continually floored by this community. It's a great community, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So let's smash cancer. Let's give all the love and support to Kevin and his family, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to bring on another guest here. Now, what's so special about this guy is, out of everyone, over the last 6 to 8 months when we've been doing our shows, this guy has been one of the most supportive people I've ever encountered in my life. And his support continues because by a significant margin, he is today's overall highest donor. It is Mr. Michael K.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, Mike? How are you, sir?
Good to see you guys, and happy to support Kevin Smets.
Love it. Look at you, man. Number one, your support through this community is just remarkable. So it's great to have you on here. Like, you have been everywhere for so long, whether it was Schmodown, whether it's our network. Like, I see you all the time, and everything you do, the donations you put forward to people's channels, it's really remarkable. And so thank you also for everything you've done today with the Smash-A-Thon.
Just happy to help.
Yeah, man, you do amazing. Well,
I want to bring on another guest. This is probably easily the most handsome man I know. And maybe there is some sort of relation to the science guy. It's Dan Nye.
Oh, hi. It's good to see everybody.
the most handsome man on the face of the planet.
Handsome Dan.
Stop.
And you know what bothers me, and I've told you this before, Dan, it's not good enough that you're just incredibly handsome. You also have that sexy, deep baritone voice.
It's so true.
It's like, couldn't you just leave something for the rest of us?
I'm just, oh, hi, guys. I'm still not great at accepting compliments. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm just going to sit here and feel awkward for a few minutes and have some of my coffee.
He's also,
I see you're Troy and Aubin in the morning cup.
Mhm.
Well, this is Max and PJ in the morning.
It's-
Max and
it
PJ
is.
in the morning.
Can I shout out real quick your wonderful wife, Maxwell, who just said, gotta admit, it's weird seeing all of you this early. The PJCN crew is not really known for being morning people. And she's not wrong.
She's not wrong. No, she is not wrong.
I was going to say, normally the conversation would have ended 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
But look, the guests don't stop there. Why don't you
It's
tell
true.
us about our next guest, PJ?
I actually can't see who it is, my friend.
Vinny.
Vinny Mancuso. Okay, Vinny Mancuso is one of my favorite people on the face of the planet. You guys know him from the movie True Schmodown. You know him as one of the great writers over at Collider. I know him because in my heart, he loves Coheed and Cambria and horror films as much as I do. And that is why we have Vinny Mancuso here this morning.
What is going on, my friends? I
Hi,
can't believe
man.
I had to come in after the person that was introduced as like the most handsome person in the world, and they're like, who's coming in next? You're like, I don't know.
I really can't see. I can't see who it is. That's why.
I have to say, Vinny, like, you're not doing so bad compared to Dan. You're a fine-looking gentleman yourself.
He's
Bro,
a very
I don't
fine
think there's
gentleman.
anyone here who isn't extremely handsome. I just
I
feel like
agree.
to come in after that, and now there's someone else. I think coming.
There is someone else coming. And look, sometimes when you go to the store to buy one thing, they're like, you know what? It's a BOGO. We're going to give you a second one included with it. And with this next guest, we are getting two for the price of one. It is Sabrina Ramirez and the Hitman.
Hello.
Well,
Hi, guys. Good
part of
morning.
this just was really great and went really bad really quickly, and I'm
I
not sure
put
how to
on
feel about
pants
that.
for this.
Rookie
I
mistake.
didn't want him. I was trying to like lock him in the room. He kept wanting to be on the stream so bad. So sorry, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
Brandon, you never put on pants. Don't you know how to zoom at home? Come on.
breaking
I
apart.
don't think he heard you.
They're falling apart.
I
Yeah.
did.
I was
Well-
8 years old when I saw Vinny's eyes for the first time.
Oh, I was like, what does that mean? Oh yeah, the sunglasses. It's
Hello, Kevin. Oh,
noon.
whoops. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing, buddy?
Hi, Kevin. Good
Kevin
morning.
Smets, I know him.
What a wonderful man.
Look, this is incredible. We already have a couple donations coming in. So before we get started with some of the chat, I'm going to read these donations off. First of all is from Gertie the Dino, our good friend Teresa. She donated $100. Thank you, Teresa. She says, when Kevin has his mind set on something, we know nothing will deter him from making that happen. Seeing him smash cancer is going to be no different. Proud to be a part of a community supporting him in ways that allow him to focus on his health and family. Thank you, Teresa. And I could not
thank you,
agree
Teresa.
more with those words. We also have a $50 donation from Brandy Parker. She says, it's my favorite people, #, Smash Cancer.
Hell yeah. What's up, Brandy?
Thank you, Brandy. We have a $5 donation from Matt Kearns that says, for a great cause. And we have a $40 donation from Abby Friel with no message, but we know you sent that with love, Abby, and we send that love right back at you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, guys, thank you so much. Keep throwing those donations in. Anything goes a long way at this point.
It
we
really
just want to be here to raise awareness and help Kevin and his family at this time. So please keep those donations coming in.
You know, and as Kevin himself said, even more so than the money, raising the awareness is hugely important. I said this earlier when I was on. Go to the doctor. Make getting physicals and regular checkups an important part of your lifestyle, because God forbid if there's an issue, better to find out what it is so you can deal with it head on, take care of it, and then, you know, have a chance to fight it like we know Kevin is going to fight this. So,
yeah, absolutely. Do we have anyone else on this panel right now, my friend, or are we good to start having a little bit of unwind talk?
There is someone else, but they seem to have stepped away for a second, so let's get started.
All right.
Oh,
well,
Hey,
right. There it is.
Talk about timing. This is one of my favorite people in the Schmodown. He's an incredible writer of comic books. He has wit as sharp as like the blades in the Scream movies that killed all those people. He's a little delirious. It's Mark Andrenko.
There he is. What's up, Mark?
Good morning. Well, I got to change my name. This was from last night.
No, leave it.
No,
I see no reason why you should change it.
We need to know.
Yeah, they kept trying to. Everybody had their shirts off, and me and Merle were on it. And they're like, "Take your shirts off." And I said, "Dan and I will take our shirts off if someone makes one $5,000 donation." And surprisingly,
I was gonna say nobody did it.
nobody did it.
Shame.
There's also a wild Time Franco spotting in the chat.
Oh my God.
Time Franco Dominatrix edition. And I have to say, I wish I had never seen that image. It's been
Where
on
is
my
that
dreams.
T-shirt? Where is that T-shirt?
Too early
Happy
for
to be
that.
here for that.
Oh man.
Oh man, how did my late night persona get on here?
That's what I'm wondering.
Tim's over there like, it's not Thursday.
Now I want to join your OnlyFans, Tim.
Randy said Sabrina and
We'll be the
Hannah
only
changed
fan.
their names. It's backwards, but I kind of like it. It's like most terrible movie posters where
I
they're
was gonna say.
not visually in the right place, but because of contractual billing, the names are in order. So just leave it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm built
Like
first.
Sabrina's name up about an inch and a half.
Yeah, I think that works.
What?
So look,
We're on fire.
you know, obviously, we're all big movie fans. That's a big part of the reason why this community was built. The other day on Twitter, I posed a question: what are your favorite comfort movies? So I thought it would be fun to go around and all talk about some of your favorite comfort movies, and also more than that, what makes a comfort movie to you? You know, when you're feeling a little down or you're fighting through pain, sometimes the best medicine is watching a great movie that makes you feel warm on the inside or elicits some kind of emotion. Who should we start with, PJ?
I say we start with Vinny.
Wow.
First time on here. Let's get this going.
Extremely put me on the spot. My comfort movie. All right, so this is the thing I always tell people. This is the comfort movie I always tell people, and it makes me sound like a serial killer, so I apologize. But my comfort movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Which is, again, it's a movie where a ton of people are murdered horribly. And I don't know. I can't really explain it. Like, I don't really know why a movie is a comfort movie, but like, it kind of just like, it's one of the first horror movies I ever saw. It's a big reason I'm a horror fan, and it's sort of a movie where you know it like beat by beat. So I don't really need to watch it, but like, I don't know. There's something about, and again, this is gonna make me sound like a serial killer, but I've always been someone who like throws on slashers casually. I wrote a big fan Collider about how like when the pandemic started, the first thing I binged was the Friday the 13th movies to feel better about life. And I don't know, there's just something about like the 80s, late 70s aesthetic of that I just like, that I don't want to say soothes me because that's creepy, but like there's just something about slasher movies that they're just so. It's the formula. It's the you know you're gonna get. You know the quality you're gonna get. Basically you know you're gonna get. So my comfort movies are these like late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s slasher movies.
You're preaching to the choir because you know I'm a huge horror fan. Tim Franco, Mark Andreyko, Maxwell, like all of us love horror films.
Also literally in March, right after lockdown, watched all of the Friday the 13th movies.
And as did I.
You should have waited. The box set just came out. And
well, PJ and I both got the box set, but in March they hadn't announced it yet. But before we keep going, we have another surprise guest. Someone who I am personally like absolutely thrilled to see that he's still alive, considering some of his antics in the middle of the night. Say hello to the Barbarian.
Hey. What's up, people? I have a very special announcement to make. Hey guys, we're so close to that $10,000 mark. If we, and as you've all seen, I've been chugging things all night to increase the money. If we hit $10,000 during the stream, I will chug this glass filled with water.
Yes.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen,
I see you're living on the edge.
All of us here at the Unwind heartily condone keeping hydrated.
Yes.
Yes.
It is very important. And honestly, last night when I was watching, I kept thinking to myself, please, Craig, please just have a sip of water. Balance out the toxic shit you're putting in your body.
I will say this jalapeno brine was very much like water. It was very good.
Oh, good.
It's got electrolytes.
That's not spicy at all. I was surprised. It was very tasty.
I mean, at one point, whiskey was kind of like water. So.
Oh yeah, I had that too.
Somewhere along the process.
Ooh.
One more. What's the current money tally at?
We are at $9,398.46.
Getting closer.
And remember,
so if we get to 96,
every $25 donation during our time enters you in a raffle to potentially win a guest spot on a future episode of Box Box.
So in order to make sure we really hit the whole 10,000 here, once we get to 9,600, I'm going to chug probably the rest of this Carlo Rossi sangria. And then I won't chug the water until we hit 10,000. So,
oh man,
you guys really need to donate. So it's all the way to 10,000.
Let me ask you this,
more
Craig.
alcohol and the water.
Have you slept since your earlier chugging escapades?
I fell asleep. I went to take like a 10-minute nap before game time for like the game block, and I ended up sleeping for like an hour and a half. But then I got on and played some games. It was a lot of fun.
Good. 90 minutes is pretty good.
Do you call passing out naps too? That's what
I was going to ask. Yeah.
No. I set an alarm for 10 minutes. Fell asleep. The alarm went off. I tried to hit snooze, and then I woke up an hour and a half later. So it was good. It was fun.
Good for you.
Oh, I'm glad you're alive, Craig.
Thank you.
That's the biggest part that we take away from this. And I saw that Brittany just put in the chat. She's like, "We stand H2O here. We do stand Halloween H2O 20 years later."
Yes.
Best Halloween sequel.
I'll let you just bet you like water.
Oh, I know, but we were talking about slashers, so I thought I'd bring it full circle.
Both meanings.
Have any of you ever read the original script for H2O that is substantially different? It ends.
Not.
There's a Halloween dance at the school, and it ends with like the dance in It's a Wonderful Life. The pool is underneath the floor, and it's insane. But it would have had like 400 extras in it.
Yeah. I would love to read that. Actually, I have not.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I'll scan it in and I'll send it off to you.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man. Well, speaking of comfort movies, Mark, what about you? What are your comfort films, my friend?
Well, I answered this on Twitter for you a couple days ago, but to make Vinny feel less like a serial killer, I didn't put this on my list because of fear of looking like one, but a movie that gives me great comfort is Silence of the Lambs.
Sure.
Because it's one of those movies that I think like that and The Apartment are probably two of the best picture winners ever that just really continue to hold up. And there's just something about it. Even I think like what Vinny said, even though it's scary and there's dark stuff, it's safe catharsis. It's a movie, so you can get to the edge of sometimes getting to those scary movies, whether it's a Friday the 13th, like some Grand Guignol slasher thing, or a Silence of the Lambs, it gets you out of your head. It gets you get involved in the movie. So if you're having a bad day or you need to feel familiar, I've seen Silence of the Lambs so many times that I could perform a one-man show of it.
I would pay good money to see that.
I would be terrified of that. Especially if they get to the Buffalo Bill parts.
I'd fuck me so hard.
Real quick, guys. Kevin Smets has a message for all of you. He says, please let the panel know that I had a rough night pain-wise last night. The overnight crew can attest, but waking up to see all of you here really made me feel better, and I can't thank you enough. And Kevin, we love you.
We love you, Kevin.
This is why we do this.
Love you, man.
Smile.
Anything we can do, man.
Love you, Kevin.
Yeah, and us talking about comfort movies, we're hoping to give you a little bit of comfort in stuff that you can enjoy.
I totally get what Vinny and Mark are saying. Fear is a powerful drug. Fear elicits like a primal emotion. Like if you've watched any of our watch-alongs with Chris Clark and seen his screams, they're incredible. But when we talk to him after, we're like, are you uncomfortable? Do you not like this? He's like, no, I love it. And that's why I love like going to Halloween Horror Nights or haunted houses. Like there are a few things that can make you feel anything as much as being scared. And I think that is comforting. I really do.
And I like movies like the Friday the 13th and the Halloweens and those slashers because they're so over the top with their kills. They're not that weird sadism porn because it's like being sadistic and being mean isn't scary. Scary is Michael Myers. How did he disappear from that bush? Not how did that guy get skinned alive in front of his girlfriend? That's a whole different thing because even the movies that people associate with being graphic, Texas Chainsaw Massacre has next to no on-screen violence on it.
Yeah.
Halloween, the most blood in Halloween is Laurie's arm and that neck on Annie. It's all your imagination. And that's the other thing, too. Going off what Maxwell said, the endorphins are like when you're calm or when you're happy or when you're having sex and or eating food you like. It releases something in you. So, I love the fact that Vinny didn't say, well, I watch on Golden Pond.
I'm really glad
with a cup of chamomile and a shawl.
Really glad everybody agreed with me because I was like, I'll go first. My comfort movie is
No, you are in a very comfortable space.
Just like immediately taken off the street.
That being said, some non-horror ones, Back to the Future.
Is
always a great comfort movie. The Big Chill, I'm a big ensemble movie fan, and that's a movie of, you want to talk about a movie where every single actor in that movie went on to become a huge star and critically acclaimed. And Moulin Rouge makes me happy.
Yeah, Moulin Rouge is wonderful. I actually at my wedding walked down the aisle to Come What May,
which should have won the Oscar.
Well, it wasn't nominated because they had written it for Romeo and Juliet, but it's a stupid.
But it was never published.
I agree. Stupid.
These are the hills I die on.
I'm right there with you. We can die on that same hill together. What about you, Brandon and Sabrina? What are your comfort movies?
They are separate people. They don't have to go together.
Or if they are, you can call them
We have one mind. What's our favorite?
Brandbrina.
Brandon.
You're not going to agree with some of mine. I'm going to go the horror route with you guys a little bit on one. But this one does have graphic violence in it, and that would be Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead.
Well, but
I love it.
That one for me, I just love it. The musical score is amazing. The cinematography is beautiful. I think the third act is a masterpiece. And if I want to go non-horror route, I think La La Land is a good one for me just to throw on. Sorry, I know.
It's so whimsical.
So Brandon's 0 for 2.
And I was thinking, I'm also gonna go with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
Brandon being 0 for 2 is a pretty common feeling for him considering his Schmodown record this season.
I'd like to make a challenge.
You're welcome.
That La La Land is not a film that can be considered in this specific division.
There you go.
Well, we have the writer here. Can we ask the writer?
No comment.
Mine, I'm kind of, whenever I want to feel comfort, I love listening to sad music. I love watching sad movies because it's that like cathartic feeling. I like to be enveloped in all of that. I already see Brandy Parker in the chat. She knows. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is my number one. I've probably seen it 100 times at this point in my life. I could throw it on whenever, and just the score from John Bryan, the direction, the script from Kaufman, it's just something that I admire so much from a filmmaking standpoint, from a storytelling standpoint, and just my own feelings. I think it has a beautiful message, and I like to cry, so it's my number one.
It is a beautiful movie. I like to cry too. Joel and Clementine are such beautiful characters.
Yeah, I love that movie very, very much. I think that's such a great choice. I think Jim Carrey gives just such a hell of a performance in it too. Like, just a really remarkable film. I'm gonna go over to Mike K now. Mike, what do we got for you as far as your comfort movies go?
All right, so I've got two. One, staying on brand, I have to talk about The Prince of Egypt.
Knew it.
Yeah,
knew it was coming.
I saw that coming.
It is my favorite film of all time and my favorite animated film. It's one that I've seen like dozens of times. I love listening to the music, just looking at the gorgeous animation for 1998. It's particularly impressive. And the other one, which I know you guys are doing a Suddenly soundtrack on, Sing Street.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
That's
probably
a
one
great
of the,
choice.
probably one of the best soundtracks that I can listen to just on its own without the movie.
Speaking of, should have won the Oscar.
Yeah, criminally
Yes.
not even nominated.
Yeah.
Get out of here, La La Land.
I love La La Land
Let's go
too.
back and
Sing
talk about
Street
how
had-
bad the film was.
Hey,
Sing
La
Street
La
should have
Land
been
got two
nominated.
Yeah,
nominations. Get out of here.
Sing Street is fucking great, and there was an off-Broadway production of Sing Street last year at the New York Theater Workshop that was so good, and it was all set to move to Broadway. It was going to open March 24th, but unfortunately, with the shutdown, it never happened. But from what I know, they intend to keep it going when Broadway is able to reopen. So
And every high school in America will do that in 2
Yes.
years.
they will.
Mhm.
Just
Um,
they must be seeing the dollar signs in their eyes from that.
Well, and Barbara Broccoli is the lead producer behind the Broadway musical, so I think they have.
Oh, I thought it was Carrie Cauliflower.
Oh man,
Oh.
Mark, you're on fire this morning.
Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson.
Yeah. So as opposed to other shows, they have a heavy hitter behind them who can hopefully allow them to reopen. Before we go on, we have a couple more donations I'm going to read. Teresa_Sky says, so proud of everyone. You are all still going strong after so many hours. #SmashCancer. Ryan Payne gave $10 and says, I may not have chugged as much as you, Barbarian, but chug that water. And an incredibly lovely $200 donation from Matt Kearns. He says, for right now, this
Nice.
I can donate until I get paid next week, but Kevin has always been a wonderful member of the community, and it's worth it. Thank you, Matt. That's really, really, really lovely of you.
So,
Yeah.
so does that put us at 9,600?
Hold on. Yeah, we are at 96,1346. We are at 96.
Oh God,
Oh,
here
wow.
it goes.
Great.
Heavy hitters, guys.
I'm not
Greg,
sure
you
I want
have
to be
chug
part
this.
of this, but here we go.
No, well, see, here's the thing. So this is like the poison, and this is the antidote. So I'm basically holding
Yeah,
you
that's how that
hostage.
works.
I feel like
Exactly how that
there has to be way more water for that to be an
$404 in
antidote.
donation.
Antidote to the poison you just drank, Dr. Jones.
That's actually what this says behind me. Adventure is the antidote. Oh, this is like I got a Club Obi-Wan art piece behind me. But yeah, anyway.
And if we
All
hit
right.
20, if we hit 10,500, I'll take Craig to the hospital for dialysis.
And being at 9,600, I can't help but think of 96,000 from In the Heights.
Yeah.
And here we go.
All right, here it goes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Oh my god, it's so early.
What
I
time is
can't
it?
look away.
Not even 10
How
o'clock.
is no one else
in the
checking?
It's
Yeah, no,
kind of
let
like
it
look.
go.
It's kind of like the
Oh my
Ghost of Christmas Past.
It's like a
in-
train
in-
wreck.
I'm
Christmas
watching the
Carol.
scene from Super
Oh
Troopers.
God, no, Craig!
I
stop,
would
stop.
like to look away, but
I'm exhausted just watching that was.
Oh my goodness.
You're good.
Wow.
You're good. You're good.
That was
Please tell me he swapped that out with grape juice off camera.
I don't believe you.
Oh
I
man.
don't believe you at all, Brandon.
that was
are you okay?
Yeah, everyone thinks this is too early. Just remember, I never went to bed last night, so
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's
It's
still my time.
actually way too late. You need to take that.
Sleep on your
Is-
stomach.
Is Is Sideways one of your comfort movies?
Leaving Las Vegas is one of his comfort movies.
There it is. It's a life hack. You can't ever be hungover if you never stop drinking.
You know, for absolutely no reason at all, I think now is a perfect time to share this GIF. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Janish in The Stat Sack.
Well, you know, on Earth
now that
we've all seen that, what about you?
Wow,
Dan
guess what?
Nye?
That's conversion therapy at its finest. I am now heterosexual.
Welcome, Mark. We've been waiting.
It's
Praise Jesus, I have been saved.
I thought.
See, the beauty of me is I can't convert it because I go every way. So it's like.
Wow.
And Draco, if seeing the different outfits that Snyder has worn to your matches didn't convert you, nothing will.
All right, what
that's
about
the whole Jane Goodall thing? I just feel like I'm, Gorillas in the Mist with that. That was amazing.
And I do believe we have Chris Clark to thank for that indelible animation.
Yes.
I was gonna say, do you have the? I would say the Cure would be. Do you have the one of Sean in there too?
I do.
Oh, can we see that real quick, please?
We sure can.
cleanse our eyes?
This one is the antidote to that.
Yes. That one makes me so happy. It's
so good.
It. Yeah.
All right, Dan. What are some of your favorite comfort films?
Like I appreciate. I understand like the instinct to go horror, just because it's like if it's a comfort, like however I'm feeling, I want to feel something different. And I totally understand. You guys are like, we're not serial. No, none of you are serial killers, because one of mine very much has to do with that. Because one of my favorite movies, we talked about it before, is Swiss Army Man, and
Nice.
that movie literally makes me cry with how pure it is at sometimes. And then when you get your third act and the whole real world starts crashing into, it's like you don't even know. I've said before, it's the closest thing you'll get to a live action Calvin and Hobbes, and I love that very much.
I like that.
For my whole life, though, I'd probably have to go Clue. Clue is another huge comfort movie for me, just because it's
great choice.
So many funny people doing so many funny things. It's like if there was a bottle episode of
flame to the side of my face.
Somewhere John Roca is screaming that you chose this.
I'm okay with that.
Dan, you're not old enough to have seen Clue in the theater, are you?
No, not in the theater.
I'm as the only one here old enough. I was in high school at the time. We had to drive to 3 different theaters because different theaters showed different endings.
Oh, that's so good.
That's amazing. That's one of the reasons I got the DVD when it first came out, because you can set it to randomly select one of the endings.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
I know everyone loves Clue, but have you guys seen Murder by Death?
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's very similar to Clue.
Written by Neil Simon.
Truman Capote's in it. It's so good. If you haven't seen that, viewers, you got to check out Murder by Death. It's another all trapped in one house comedic murder mystery. It gets overshadowed by Clue, but it is awesome.
Yeah, I also like Haunted Honeymoon with Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner, but not as many people like that one, but I like it.
Well, I have not thought of that movie in 30 years. Wow. And that made me think of, remember High Spirits with Daryl Hannah and Peter O'Toole and young Liam Neeson? And I think Steve Guttenberg was the romantic lead in that one.
Oh, the Goots.
Gutenberg.
Well, Craig, we haven't gotten to ask you yet. What about you? What are your favorite comfort films?
So first off, y'all are homicidal.
Well, I mean,
I kid. Before I'll just say briefly though, before I get to my actual comfort films, last night I went and saw the drive-in theater, Freaky. Which I give it 2 thumbs up. It's from Christopher Landon, who did the Happy Death Day films, and it's very similar to that vein. But watching the film, I have to imagine that its working title is Freaky Friday the 13th, because
I think it actually was.
Yeah, because the film Friday the 13th is somewhat of a spoof of Friday the 13th and a spoof of Freaky Friday. It's awesome. Like in what you were saying before, Draco, about like the deaths being like so over the top that it's not like murder porn. That's exactly what this movie does, and Vince Vaughn is really great. It was very reminiscent of Jack Black in the Jumanji film, and it's just a great time. We also get the great Alan Ruck as
I didn't realize he was in it.
He plays an asshole shop teacher.
That's
I
awesome.
just want to say, because they haven't been advertising this much, but because Freaky is a universal release and they made that new deal with the theaters for a smaller theatrical window, Freaky will be on VOD on December 4th.
Nice.
So for a lot of people who are not going to theaters or don't have a drive-in near them, only a couple weeks you'll be able to see it at home.
Yeah, so if you get a drive-in near you, I would highly recommend seeing this movie there, and if not, watch it on VOD because it was fantastic.
Brandy says it feels weird that Vinny isn't drinking something from a blender.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't recognize Vinny. I feel like this is somebody else claiming to be Vinny. You look nothing like yourself.
It's called acting, Craig.
Oh. I don't know, man. I just drink. Anyway, my favorite comfort films. My number one favorite comfort film is just like I love dumb funny movies, and like my number one dumb funny movie is 1998's masterpiece, A Night at the Roxbury. Yeah, Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan. And the funny thing is, like, I really dislike Chris Kattan's acting in general, but I love him in this film. And the movie has so many, just like, first off, it has so many great jokes. I actually, you were saying before, someone said before something they did at their wedding. At my wedding, we actually we did a reference to A Night at the Roxbury during the wedding vows, which was an homage to what Mark McKinney and Will Ferrell do during the wedding scene there, where Mark McKinney says, "Repeat after me," and Will Ferrell says, "After me." And then like Mark McKinney and Will Ferrell both like look at each other and laugh, and everybody, and then like cut to the audience, and everyone else hates it. And so that's basically exactly how it worked at my wedding. It's got just great dumb comedy, so quotable, and it has like the casting director for this must have been a genius, because it had so many, like, before they were famous, like small roles. You got Michael Clark Duncan as the bouncer of the Roxbury, who's got like 2 scenes. You got Ava Mendes, who's got 1 line as one of Molly Shannon's bridesmaids. And you got Jennifer Coolidge playing the role of haughty police officer back before American Pie. You've got I feel like in terms of like the unknowns, those are the main ones. But then it's got just like such a fantastic Chaz Palminteri as the nightclub owner, Colin Quinn, Dan Hedaya, Lonnie
Craig,
Anderson.
you are killing all of PJ's 5 pointers for this. This is never going to be asked about in Saturday Night Live movies now because of this.
And Mark and Drake, thanks you for this. Yeah, I was going to say, Mark, thank you for this.
So much.
Well, you know what? I just want you all to watch it, so that way you'll be able to answer all these questions. I will not mind losing to anyone who gets a correct Night of the Roxbury answer, because I will just be there applauding it all the way. So that's my primary one. The other ones that really come to mind is Jurassic Park, which Ryan Payne in the audience says, "Did you just grab my ass?" That's one of the great running bit from the film. It's like, "Sir, I am standing all the way across the film. That would be physically impossible." Dewey, I know your tricks. Anyway, it's just public the film. Anyway, but Jurassic.
$9,713.15.
Oh, guys, we are $287 away, 86 and 85
water
cents away from me chugging a glass of water.
So close.
Well, you're not drunk enough. You did that math like that.
You can do that math so quick.
I was told there'd be no math. Anyway, but Jurassic Park. Those of you who saw this year's Jurassic Park exhibition match, this should come as no surprise to you that I hold that film near and dear to my heart. I've probably seen it more times than most other films. Fargo is another one that I've just watched over and over and over and over and over again. I'm a huge fan of the Coen brothers. And the last one that I'll say is sorry, this is the one the wine kicks in. The last one I was going to say, Avengers Endgame. So Avengers Infinity War is like my favorite MCU film, but Avengers Endgame is just like every now and again I'll just like turn on Disney Plus, fast forward to the 2-hour mark, and just hit play and just watch that final hour of the film. It's just like it's just a great hour of cinema. Please Please.
Craig, I saw that in the chat and I started to giggle as you were talking. I wasn't giggling at you. I was giggling at
Okay. I want to say the worst thing that I drank all night wasn't anything that really did a lot of damage to me, but like at one point I chugged from this bottle of bitters.
Oh,
and, my God.
Why did you do
Oh, I think there's a reason they call it bitters.
Yeah,
What was the reasoning behind it?
they are not bearing the lead on that.
Well, no,
that
well,
news.
the reason was-
old fashioned in his stomach.
I know the reasoning was I kept setting goals like, all right, if we had another $100, I'll chug this. If we had another $100, I'll chug this. And it's just like people just kept donating. I was like,
The
fuck.
only one you can hit is the water.
Yeah. So it's like, no, like I had to just keep like looking like, what do I have that's liquid? And yeah, it's like, well,
That game
eventually I was
turns
like,
dangerous.
That's a
Careful.
dangerous opening line.
yeah, well, I was like, I will chug the brine from these pickled jalapenos. It was good. This was the best thing I chugged. It was really tasty and not spicy at all. I was really surprised.
So not spicy going in.
Hey, it's been like 12 hours, okay? Or, I don't know. I don't know the math on that. But
You're probably like a brand new car. You're clean as a whistle now.
I was telling Smets earlier, it's like I'm just glad I could put my iron stomach to good use.
You put it to great use, Craig, and we all thank you for it.
Yeah.
Hey, PJ.
Yes, sir.
We have some other guests ready to join us because we do have one more slot.
Ooh, do we?
Let's fill that slot.
Hey,
Let's fill this slot with two people.
Ooh,
Wow,
yeah.
Dangerous.
That's
Are
what never mind.
arguably two of
On
the
a Sunday
greatest to
morning.
ever do it.
Ooh. This is
They
a-
really,
Provocative. Are we
We're already here, though.
they really need no introduction, so let's just bring them on.
There they are.
Hey,
What's up, Mara? What's up, Dan? Good morning. Happy Sunday. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. It's great to see everybody still here. We were on a show with Mark last night, and it's just so many wonderful, friendly faces.
Yeah, so Mara and I
Hi,
came
Mara.
on like hour 2 of this.
And PJ and I would like to give you more of an opportunity to talk than Gucci and Kaiser did.
That wouldn't. I've already talked more, I think. So
Yeah, I think you've already said more.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that you survived that and you made it here this morning. That's a good thing, man.
He's been my manager all year. I know what to expect.
That's fair. Well, you guys came in at a great time. We've been having fun just kind of talking about some of our favorite comfort movies and things like that, because right now, what's better to talk about than movies that make us all feel like we're wrapped in a warm blanket? So for you guys, what are some of your favorite comfort films?
Oh wow, there's so many. For bad movies in a weird way are very comforting to me. So sometimes they'll throw on like Jaws: The Revenge, or
I love that answer so much.
Like the bad movies.
yeah.
I love bad movies.
Mara loves putting on Gods of Egypt.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
That's a good bad one.
it's
Yeah.
a really good bad one.
Alex Proyas, man. Alex Proyas.
But yeah, no, I also like Batman 1989 is one that I have very fond memories of from being a kid. So I'll throw that on. It's a little nostalgia hit. That's nice. So yeah, I tend to just kind of go for kind of nostalgia or really bad things that I can laugh at.
Real quick, I just want to, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Mike K because we do need to fill some other slots. But thank you so much for joining us, Mike.
Yeah,
And our huge hearty thanks, because as I said at the top, Mike is in aggregate the biggest donor of the day by a considerable margin. So
Wow.
your support
Thank
does
you,
not
Mike.
go
Mike,
unnoticed.
thank you so much,
Mike.
Mike.
Yes, thank you so much, Mike.
MVP.
Really remarkable. Mike K is just one of the best in this entire space.
He really is.
Just
And now I
so
want to
bad.
watch Prince of Egypt again.
Right?
I
Every
want
time.
to
I
watch,
haven't seen that
both
movie
Prince
in a
and Gods of
long
Egypt. I
time.
want to watch both of them now.
Yeah.
Incredible double feature.
Well, Dan and Mara came in after we all sounded like serial killers because for the most part, it was horror films up until now. People talking about Silence of the Lambs and Friday the 13th because we got a lot of horror hounds on here. So nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of, I didn't give my comfort movies. Would anyone like to hear my comfort movies?
I
Yeah,
would.
I didn't go
I
to
would.
you for a
I'm
reason.
kidding. I'm
Tim.
kidding. I'm
Really,
kidding.
no.
Tim, where is your mohawk?
It's under the hat. It's too long. I mean, maybe Vinny can sympathize, but it's too long. When I spike it, I turn into Free Willy. I just want to go back to the ocean. My dorsal fin curves.
You look more like a flock of seagulls.
So,
I have a huge announcement.
Oh.
We
Are
are
you
at
pregnant?
$9,999.15.
I'm gonna donate 85 cents, please.
Let me tell you.
Greg needs water.
Let me tell you why real quick. So
Go
first of all, K-pop Games donated $69.69, and here is the required nice. They say thank you guys for all your work. Also, hi Bador, hi Craig, and I guess hi PJ. Tim Sim donated $5. When the film version of In the Heights finally releases, when it's all safe, it will be the defining musical film over La La Land about the story of America in this era. Bet on that. Stay strong, Smets. That's a hot take that I am not going to disagree with. Brandon Buckingham gives $25. Everyone in this community is amazing. Also, I want to be on BoxBox, #SmashCancer. And now here is the piece de resistance. Matt Kearns gave another $286.
Wow.
And he said, just don't tell my parents. My wallets point to hate it, but fuck it. Smash cancer.
Thank you, Matt Kearns.
So he couldn't have gone 287. He went 286.
No,
couldn't go
we
287.
have passed $10,000 because PLD just gave us $5.
Craig, for the love of God, drink the water, Craig. For the love of God.
Enjoy.
Please drink
That's the
that.
sweet nectar.
Please drink the water, Craig.
Water,
Thank God.
water,
Water.
Whoops, it was
Hydrate.
vodka.
Wouldn't it be ironic if the water made him throw up?
That's what Imagine the water makes
Craig
him
is
throw up.
hydrating his
Yeah,
inside.
but I can't chug the
much
whole
liquid.
thing because there's not enough room in there. Like you were saying,
We
like,
have another guest to bring on.
finite volume.
Oh.
Finite volume.
This guy is a bit of a legend himself. It's Jason Inman.
Whoa!
Jason, happy
Hello.
Sunday.
You brought me in as I was trying to donate to Streamlabs.
I'm sorry.
Well, welcome, my friend. How are you?
Good, thank you for having me, and I'm so glad you guys passed your goal. What's the next one? What's the next one that we can push people towards?
More.
How much does Craig want to break his liver? Because that's really the question at this point for the next hour.
Craig will take
How much more brine can Craig take?
The brine is
so
fantastic.
sad when you said that, PJ.
I'll drink all the brine.
I think
All
we
the
got
brine all the time.
We got like 7 hours, guys. I gotta get. I
I
have
ruin my
for a
body
Lions
to get
game.
people to donate.
Yeah.
Can I just say I am so honored to be sharing the screen with Jason Inman as someone who is an Inner Geekdom competitor, to see one of the greatest Inner Geekdom champions of all time, Jason Inman. I applaud you, and also belated Happy Veterans Day, as the only man, not the only person, but the only man here who's seen actual war. As you said in a match.
Agreed.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind. You're way
And
that's way too kind.
Also, and by the way, everything I just said also does apply to Mara, who I've met several times before. So I've shared the screen with her before. So I can't say that in terms of like I'm always honored to be in Mara's presence. But
Yeah, that's right. Good job, man.
Exactly.
Mara and Jason.
Well
Mara
done, Dan. Well done.
That was a softball.
I was thinking, Mara
looking
and
at
Jason, do you guys have any pointers for Brandon Hanna on winning Inner Geekdom matches?
Oh my
Watch
God.
some movies.
I'll give him a pointer or two.
I mean, first of all,
With
there's
love, Brandon. With love.
buzz droids.
Three.
I mean,
I've lost
for
three.
me, it was always watch the movies, but don't watch them obsessively because you're going to go crazy. But like, watch the movies and be like, what do I think they're going to ask me?
Would you take notes when you were watching them?
The minute I started taking notes was the minute I decided I was done with the Schmodown.
That's fair.
Oh wow.
Because the minute that's when it became not fun. I can literally tell you the exact moment I was like, I'm out. It was when I started watching Wolverine Origins because I hadn't seen it since it premiered in theaters. That god awful movie, and oh, thank you. And I started writing down like who all the Weapon X people were, and I said, "What the fuck am I doing?" And I turned it off, and I was like, it was literally a week before Mara's match, and I was like, if I lose, I'm done.
Well, now I feel responsible for that.
It was coming no matter what. So
Don't, Mara,
Wait, so
don't
Jason,
take that
Are
responsibility.
you telling me you don't know who played Beak in X-Men Origins Wolverine?
do you mean it's Dominic Monaghan?
There we go. See, you didn't need to write things down. You know these things. Come on, come back to us, Jason. Come back.
Yeah, come back.
Okay,
One of us.
I just need to take this quick opportunity to thank Dan and I for joining us. Unfortunately, Dan, I'm gonna have to kick you because we got a couple other people
Goodbye, Dan.
getting ready to join us. We love you, Dan. Thank you so much.
Bye, Dan. Thanks for being handsome.
Yeah,
He
now
is
that he's
so
gone, am
handsome.
I in the running for most handsome?
Not as handsome as Mark and Draco.
Oh my God.
Brandon, you're still
Oh, so you're drunk already, Jason?
Brandon, you would never be in the running for most handsome.
I think you are.
Well, one would hope.
Get a haircut, you hippie.
This
We
is the
should
first
do,
time
like,
that I've
the-
seen Brandon with his. I don't know what I would call it hair.
It's
Well,
out of control.
I would call it a non-Jew Jufro.
All right, all right.
I can certify that.
I didn't recognize Brandon, actually. I just now realized that was Brandon.
That's fair.
Oh man. That sounds about right for how this has been going so far. Jason, we've been talking about some of our favorite comfort films because right now, what better time to talk about that with everything we have going on? What are some of your favorite comfort films? What are some of the things that you go back to when you just feel like you need like a warm blanket?
You know, a good one for me has always been Superman the movie, the original Christopher Reeves film, because it's one of those perfect films because when you're uncertain, like you're like, oh, I don't know what I want to watch, because it's really 3 films in one. It's like a weird 70s sci-fi film. It's a piece of Americana every time they're around Kansas, and then it like becomes sort of a superhero comedy as soon as he goes to Metropolis. So you kind of get all 3 plus Christopher Reeve. It always just brings me joy every time I see it.
It's such a great choice. It's something I go back to frequently. I love that movie.
Just hearing John Williams' score for that puts me in a good mood and brings chills up and down my spine every time. And speaking of putting,
that should be the national anthem. I think the Superman theme by John Williams makes me feel more patriotic than any official patriotic song.
As someone who helped train Gray Drake for her most recent match, I don't want to hear anything about the score to Superman.
Oh man. I was watching that match and I was just like, just say John Williams. If it's a composer question and you don't know, just say John Williams.
It's a 2-point scores and soundtracks question. The answer has to be John Williams.
I'm gonna remember that, Craig.
Yes, no, please, PJ. That's the only acceptable answer for a 2-point scores and soundtracks question.
Speaking of putting chills up and down my spine, we have another guest. Another individual who needs no introduction, but I do believe in these parts he goes by the Outlaw.
Uh-oh.
It is John Rhoda.
The Outlaw's here. The Outlaw's here. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Someone said we crossed $10,000. Mark Ellis, baby carrots, it's time to be parade, you son of a bitch. Tonight, put it on the record. Somebody come up with questions. PJ, it's your job. 3 rounds. Put up a wheel. Let's do this thing.
I just want to point out, was this the unofficial veterans panel? What happened here? I mean, I'm not complaining, but this is very... Who was scheduling this?
Yeah, someone who loves America, clearly.
This was Maxwell and I going, give us literally everyone who wants to be on, and we made it happen.
All right, cool.
We love to take anyone and everyone.
What's up,
So, Roka, we were talking about our favorite comfort movies. What are some of yours?
Major League, When Harry Met Sally.
Hell yes.
I'll have what he's having.
I think recently, and I'm probably the only person on this island, I bought Last Christmas on Blu-ray, and I've watched it religiously for the last month and a half, like every couple of weeks. I for some reason,
for you.
I love Emilia Clarke. She doesn't do well in films usually, but this one touches me.
Hey, I loved her in Solo. Come on.
She's going to be great in Aquaman 2 as Mira.
I'll sign that campaign. Absolutely.
I mean, who doesn't think she's the best Sarah Connor?
That's going to happen.
You think so, Mark? You think it's going to happen?
Yeah. She and Jason Momoa are such good friends.
Yeah.
And they would have such chemistry, and it would be such a coup. And she's in the Warner Brothers family.
No, but you know what? No, Lisa Bonet is going to veto that.
Lisa Bonet? Oh no, I bet they've all shot. I bet they've all been in bed together.
Drinking all night, okay? Give me a second. Here.
Craig, have you been drinking water? I've heard about the amount of alcohol.
He just drank water.
That was the $10,000 I would drink a glass of water.
I'm gonna need you one of those like big ones, dude. Not the Slurpee cup. I need a big one.
This is literally a Slurpee cup, by the way.
I know it is. I know. My girlfriend made me throw all those out when we moved in together. So.
Oh, see, my wife was
holding on to mine for dear life.
These before me.
Shout out to Jason Inman. What a fantastic job you did yesterday, brother, man. Crossing, getting to over $6,000 on that charity drive, dude. You're awesome.
Thanks, man.
Awesome, yeah. I am sorry to say we have to say goodbye to someone else because we have another surprise special guest. So unfortunately, Brandon and Sabrina, thank you so much for joining us.
It's good to see you guys this morning.
It is always a pleasure to have you. And we will see you soon. And while we are waiting, I'm going to read a couple other donations because they are coming in fast. 50 Shades of Geek with $25. Have another drink of water on me, Craig. Mike K, who was just on the stream with us, another $99. Thanks again for having me on the stream. I love this community and how far we'll go to help those in need. The_K_Wolf with $10. Smash Cancer, you all rock. Big time salute from call sign The Gray. Brandy Parker with another $50 just for Sir Pounce, she says.
Look what you did.
None other than Rachel Cushing with $200. I'm so honored, humbled, and inspired by this community. I love every last one of you so much. Kevin, you will beat this. Smash Cancer. Aiden Cossack with $50. I'm broke as fuck, but please take this money and beat this awful disease that has taken so much from me in the past and continues to be a struggle in so many people's lives. And also another $50 from Jaywin. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry.
I wonder who that is. Don't read that one.
Come on, Haddad.
And it says for the Smasher. And speaking of Rachel Cushing, here she is.
I couldn't resist this crew right here.
How's that for a surprise?
Rachel, it appears to be Christmas where you are. Can you confirm?
Absolutely, and it has been since November 1st in this household.
Smart.
As long as it's not before November 1st, I'm cool with it.
If there was ever a year to get the Christmas started early, this is the year.
My thoughts exactly. Normally, I do give Thanksgiving a chance, but this year I was like, 2020, man, I need this. I need my tree. So yeah.
I'm Jewish, and on November 1st, I was like, oh, the weather outside is frightful. So I totally get it.
Excited. We're less than 30 days out from Hanukkah.
I know. I'm excited. Not going to get to see my family probably, but still.
Oh, what does that mean? That's just
that could be. That's a good thing for me not being able to see my family at the holidays.
Not what in an election year? You didn't want to rub it in their faces?
No, we don't know. Every legal vote needs to be counted. Come on.
By the way,
All right, someone kick him out.
I have 50,000 ballots in my living room for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
No, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're good.
Oh, okay. But I spent so much time.
I literally, I was coming. I went to go get bagels for breakfast this morning, and where I move here in San Diego, we're like a patch of blue around a sea of red. And as I'm driving back, there's where normally the Trump rally had been every Sunday for the last 2 months. There's like 1/10 of the people there, and someone put up a sign. It's like "Stop the Steal," and it's kind of sad. I almost felt like, here, you guys take my bagels. You guys need these.
They've all become Charlie Brown and Pumpkin. It's like, I got a rock.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is like, look, like in 2016. There's a reason we know the term faithless elector. It's like, in 2016, we were thinking of any possible way to prevent this. So I can at least understand.
You sympathize.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But I understand that they want to hold out hope that there's some way that this can go a different way. But no, that's why I said I don't sympathize. I understand.
As I have
because
said,
we're like.
This is why Rachel came in to talk politics for sure.
Exactly. This will be the last thing I say about it. I've said to the Republicans who are all like, you need to be sympathetic to us. I said, oh, but the rules, you guys rewrote the game rules. So I'm going to give you the same response you gave me in 2016. If you don't like it, you're more than welcome to leave.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I believe the exact quote is "fuck your feelings."
Whoa. What's politics in the Shire like, Rachel? What do you think the politics are like?
That's always what I represent, right,
Roka? Stream for this. We're talking about this on Roka's other stream.
Yeah. What's the buzz at the Prancing Pony?
Resident elf, clearly.
The Proudfoot clan is a little too Hobbit supremacy for me.
I've heard we're still waiting for the Ents to call their candidate.
Yeah.
Nerd humor. Nerd humor.
Well, Rachel, we were all talking about our favorite comfort movies. What are some of yours?
Okay, how do I not say Lord of the Rings
Well,
right now?
yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Right.
Yes. Okay. Oh, well, a slice that got added to the Schmodown wheel this year is a one that I had been fighting for a long time, along with one sassy Stacey Howard, and that is period piece costume dramas. So pretty much any Jane Austen adaptation ever made is comfort food for me. So we can talk Keira Knightley, we can talk Jennifer Ely, we can talk Ang Lee Sense and Sensibility,
Nice.
Mansfield Park, Northang, all of them. BBC all the way up to the big budget films. So
Where's
one of those in.
Where's the line? Is Shakespeare not a period costume thing? Is it more the 1800s, that 1700s type? That's where
Well,
that's
I
where
mean,
it is.
it depends on which
Definition.
version of Shakespeare is.
Period.
The Ethan Hawke Hamlet would not be, but
Right.
the
Right.
Drama
Traditional
one would
Shakespeare.
be.
Period
Yeah.
correct Shakespeare is a costume drama, but all costume dramas are not
Or
Shakespeare.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's like
Yeah.
circles and ellipses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good,
So give me a
No,
petticoat. and I'm happy.
here's my question: does The Wedding Singer fall under period costume dramas?
The further we get away from it, the more I think it might.
Yeah, the older we become. Yeah, Craig.
I mean, like,
The
well,
Back to
even
the
though it was
Future
released in the
counts.
90s. It was a 1980s period costume drama in the
Yeah.
90s.
Back to the Future, 1955.
Yeah.
Don't give PJ any more ideas.
Oh, I-
Singing in the background.
This is the guy that wrote the question: who played the second female lead in Far and Away?
Yeah. Who played the mom?
Hold on, wait, that hasn't aired yet.
Yeah, well, I didn't spoil
there's a
anything.
tease
It's a
for you
question.
He just
Mark
He
knows.
didn't
He's
say which match.
in and been reading PJ's questions. He's a hacker.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe that.
My question for Rachel is: do you have a favorite Mr. Darcy?
Oh, Colin Firth. I'm sorry. Look, I love Matthew McFadden. He's the best thing on Succession right now. Like, he is actually a phenomenal actor. He's in Frost Nixon. Like, I love him. But you do not top Colin Firth in that role, in my opinion.
Wow. It's also good Ripper Street for those of you who are British TV fans. Watch Ripper Street.
is good.
You want to talk about stuff that's I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, PJ. I was gonna say you don't talk about stuff that makes you feel good. You're talking about British TV. You guys have not watched Toast of London, starring Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows.
I love that man.
It is astounding, astounding.
And if you have AMC Plus, Gangs of London is fantastic.
I ended up finding the 9th episode online somewhere, and we watched it last night to finish out the series. It is so goddamn good.
Look at all you people wasting your time watching TV instead of movies.
The writing's better on TV.
No.
And I was gonna say, like, to Jason's point, I actually saw your tweet last night when you were talking about Heaven Sent. Doctor Who for me, if we're talking comfort television, like Doctor Who at any time is some of my favorite. Like, I could put on any season of Doctor Who, and I find so many episodes that I just feel so warm watching. Like, it just feels right.
The British just do it right. You can call me basic, but the Great British Bake Off is like ultimate comfort TV.
Yeah.
Every Friday. Mandalorian and Great British Bake Off. I'm like, this is my favorite day of the week.
I just want to hang out in that tent and be told that my sponge is nice and light.
Hey,
we live nice.
But Dan, you review this. Has this been this feels like it's been a little bit of a weaker season. What do you think?
For what?
The British Bake Off.
Well, no, I don't.
The Mandalorian.
But I was reading.
Are
Actually,
we literally reviewing the seasons of British Bake?
Dan tweets about. Dan and I are big fans
all the time.
Yeah.
The reason it might seem a little off, and I didn't know this, is that usually they go and they shoot it on the weekend. So they shoot it on Saturday and Sunday, and everyone goes home for the week and they practice and they come back the next weekend. And I didn't know this season, because they're all staying together.
Yep.
It's 2 days on, 2 days off. So they only have 2 days between shows to like practice and stuff. So I think that's why this season it's been a little tougher because they don't have as much practice time.
And this just in, this is how Christian wants to run the Schmodown now next year. 2 days on, 2 days off. So you have no time to study and all matches fall on top of each other. He likes to do that.
Well, as long as I win a glass cake tray at the end.
Yeah, like that's the only prize they get. There's no monetary prize. It's just a cake tray and some flowers. It's like, here you go.
Well, you get a shot at a career.
Competition show that isn't actually about winning.
No, it's not, and it it gives everyone who's won or even gotten close has a really nice career and has published cookbooks. It's just about the honor of being part of it.
Yeah, I can't forget the one that won 2 or 3 years ago. She's just blown up with her Netflix shows and her cookbooks and whatever. She's been fantastic. It was great to see her kind of blow up and see.
Yeah,
but I don't see anybody this year that's like boom. So I don't know.
So Vinny, who's your favorite competitor on the Great British Bake?
Don't you start? Don't you start?
We started going to British. I was like, I don't know. I can't contribute anymore.
The holidays one is starting.
Go back to talking about
Friday.
Friday.
Another one.
You're right.
The
Mara, December 4th, the holidays one comes back. You're right.
Yep.
I'll put that on the
Can we
calendar.
at least talk about the Mandalorian again? First of all, I want to say Rachel.
Feel good moment. Fish family reunited.
How does everybody feel about
That was a
egg?
very good feel good
How
moment.
does everybody feel about Egggate on the Mandalorian?
No,
I will say
Children will
What's
put
everybody's
anything in
thoughts
their
on
mouths.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look,
They're
I'll just-
unfertilized.
They're unfertilized eggs. I've been saying this all along.
Yeah.
And
But have you ever
we all
talked to
know
the
that
egg's parents?
we all know that the child likes to eat frogs. That was established in season 1.
When you eat eggs in the morning, do you
Oh,
have a
thank you,
conversation
frog
with
people.
their parents about how it's the last hope for their family line?
Also, when you eat your scrambled eggs in the morning, did you also just have a 10-year light journey with the chicken? And you like bonded through a harrowing experience, and then you're just like, yeah, okay, I'll still eat your
the
child.
chicken looks in the eye and says, "I need these to survive for my family."
But if you've
Look,
seen the
all
most
I'm gonna
recent episode, he didn't eat the eggs after he bonded with them.
I think
Can
he
I
like
just say
a
real
blunt
quick-
right
He
there.
needs to
If he
answer
had ate
that
that frog in the 3rd episode where he's like playing with the if he'd ate that baby frog, then at that point we start having a different
The
conversation.
truth is if we're gonna argue over Star Wars, I would much rather we argue over whether Baby Yoda is eating eggs or not, or whether Last Jedi is actually a good movie.
Yeah,
or not.
I love
So,
this. Is
let's
the
argue
first
about the eggs.
Star Wars debate I've
Let's not
heard
make
in
enemies
5
of
years.
us all.
Yeah.
I said something on one of our Zoom hangs. I said, "Listen, if PETA isn't annoyed by it, nobody else should be annoyed by it."
That's fair.
But then I went and looked at PETA's Twitter account, and they did post something about it.
All right, there you go.
PETA isn't like PETA posted once about like how fish are sea puppies. So I was like, no. Don't make me feel guilty about eating fish, okay? Fish are not sea puppies.
I love it.
Thank you.
Egg
Everybody
gate.
knows
Egg
wrong.
gate.
Here's the question I'd love to ask over here if we're going to talk about some Mandalorian stuff. Because, Baby Yoda is a species that George Lucas, or Yoda is a species that George Lucas never named. He never wanted it named. He never wanted them to go to their home planet. So, my question to everybody is, do you want Mandalorian to reveal the name of Yoda's species? Because I think they're probably going to do it.
I don't think they will.
No.
I feel like
I hope they don't. I hope they don't, but I don't trust Disney anymore. with
Disney
Star Wars.
absolutely will.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, but the people involved are people
Yeah.
who love Lucas and respect him. You've got Filoni.
Yeah.
You've got
I don't know. I
Franco.
think we're getting a scene where we see a whole nest of Baby Yodas.
Well, but
Oh,
here's-
devouring
here's-
It's gonna be Zub Zub, but with Yodas instead of Ewoks.
Yeah.
But the one thing the one thing that encourages me, he is not looking for Baby Yoda's home planet. He's
looking for
looking
Jedi.
for the Jedi.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well,
Yep.
plus Lucas
Yeah,
is
and
a visionary, but he also had like a tween romance with a floating pear. He's not full of all great ideas.
No, but
Have
neither
you
is
seen
Disney.
Howard the
No,
Duck?
I trust Filoni more than I trust Disney, and I think that to the point is he is looking for the Jedi and not for the planet and the species at the moment. So I think that that's their way of like subverting that, being we're going to do what Lucas wanted, maybe not reveal it all. Now Disney may buck that in the end, but I think that that's clearly what Favreau and Filoni are at least going for, is that kind of.
By the way, no one should give me shit about my books. Look at PJ's fucking library. It's insane. Look at that thing.
Yes.
He's almost like Hitchcock. Coming up next on the Schmodown. We'll pull this one off the shelf.
Speaking of Hitchcock, last night after I was flipped on AMC, and they were playing Family Plot, which was
Oh, I
Hitchcock's
love
last
that.
movie. And some movies get not better as you get further away from them. It is one of the most unwatchable pieces of garbage I've ever seen.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's his last one, right? It's his last one.
Thank God.
Yeah,
It
he
is
went out on
bad.
a low.
Are you kidding me?
It's got a fantastic cast, and
he's
it's
been doing it since
it's
the
supposed
30s,
to be a
20s.
comedy.
Since the 20s.
20s, yeah.
I don't know if I've
We have a
actually
couple
seen
more
Family Guy.
donations that came in that I'm going to read real quick. Andrew Hale with $20 says, Roca versus Ellis will be a 3-round match after the stream, right? Hashtag smash that cancer. Sean Barito with $120. Thank you so much, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
And Megas Greg with $100 saying, always here for you. And Shet Guy.
If we get to 20,000, I think we should do a 5-round match, PJ. Just put it
Yeah,
out.
I'll do it. I'll write a 5-round match.
I'll take my shirt
I was
off.
going to say, I pointed out that Sean Barito during his own stream, this is what gave me the idea to start chugging things was during Barito's stream. He was offering to match donations. And then I believe his name was John on his stream was going to eat like really spicy nachos. And so I was just throwing money to make John eat nachos and make Sean donate more money. And
Guys,
so Sean donated like at least $600 during his own stream.
I don't know about you, PJ, but I sure would like to beat the action guys.
I would love to beat the action guys.
If we
Let's
can
do
get
this.
$300 more
It feels great to beat Jason Bateman
over the next half
Jason
an hour.
Bateman?
Jason Bateman. Ben Bateman.
All right,
That
guys.
will be the highest grossing stream.
Here's what we're
That's
gonna do.
funny.
Oh God! Oh no! God!
And
What we're gonna
Draco.
do. I'm gonna
I thought we
finish
were
this
done. I thought we were
now.
done with
I'm
the.
gonna finish this now, and then once we hit
I'm
the
working for hours of
$300
sleep
mark,
here, and I'm old.
Come on, guys.
I'm gonna drink another glass of water. So I'm gonna finish this now,
Oh
and
no.
then once we hit $300, I'll drink
don't need
another
to do
glass
this,
of water,
Greg.
guys.
You don't need
As-
to do this to yourself.
As someone who beat the action guys multiple times, it's easy to do. Let's go. Come on, people. $300
Hey,
over. $300 over. Let's go.
$300 to save myself.
Let's go.
For all of you who say that I shouldn't do this to myself, you've never tried to watch a Lions game as a fan.
Wait, are you drinking? No, Barbarian, no.
No, you know what? Let him do it.
You got to trade me for Ellis tonight. What are you doing? Oh,
Oh my God.
I feel like this might help.
How is there that much room in your
We're gonna have to do a charity drive for your liver.
Where does it all go?
It goes right out. There's a hole in his side. And it's just going
yeah.
out the hole.
Trick.
Now you gotta pee. You gotta pee in the bottle.
Oh my God.
All right, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
No, wait, it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Oh, yeah, really?
I hope he comes back.
He's just gonna go vomit.
I hope I see him again.
Yeah. Can we send a 911 call over there?
I think we should call
Someone have to
911 right now.
We're gonna need to drive him to the hospital.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, Greg. Oh God.
No.
Honestly,
Are you seeing this too?
All right,
Smash,
guys.
smash alcohol. Smash alcohol. Stop it. Stop it.
Can we set a goal for you to stop drinking?
Is that Carl Rossi?
how many of those do you
Yeah,
like?
that is.
Color
Oh my
Rossi.
God.
It's
What's
fantastic.
So,
What is that?
It's the
PJ.
best wine
Yes.
at the 99-cent store.
Oh,
Oh man, I
It's 4 liters for $12, guys. Don't
PJ,
knock it till
look.
you try it.
You overpaid.
I ever went to.
when $2 Chuck is just too much, go to Paolo Rossi.
Let me fill this water because I hope
No.
somebody will. No, I'm gonna fill
Oh,
the
water.
Water.
Okay, yeah.
Water's good.
Yeah.
Yes, we are
Because
encouraging
I hope
water.
somebody will
You should fill that
pay.
empty jug with water and drink it.
I can't fit 4 liters of water in me. Are you kidding me?
You just
No, of course. Why would we think you can fit a huge amount of liquid in your body?
I don't know.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Max?
So yeah, PJ, look, we are here amongst rarefied air. This is a collection, a rogues gallery
Amazing.
of some of the all-time Schmodown greats.
And
That's
Tim
So-
Franco.
Right.
And Tim Franco, yeah. So
You're very kind, but
Who
no.
still hasn't given his comfort movie? Someone wants to hear him.
Oh, go ahead, Tim.
okay,
Go ahead.
yeah, before
You want some
I
cheese
said
with
that's
that wine,
and
Tim?
nobody wants to hear him.
before I say what I was
You
gonna
matter
say,
too.
what are your
Tim.
comfort
You
movies,
matter
Tim?
I am never comfortable, so.
That was your setup.
No, I mean, as everyone was saying an hour ago about being
Wow,
a serial
passive
killer,
aggressive? Wow.
you might think I'm a serial killer. It's not a horror movie, but my favorite movie of all time is a comfort movie, and that's Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, nice.
That may be the most serial killer, but I love it. And
I thought you were going to say Marnie.
no. And just two quick other ones. The Birdcage. I love the Birdcage.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Mike
And
Nichols.
hilarious. And then Big Trouble in Little China. So
Sure.
those are three.
Max,
Who's-
you know,
What's
sorry.
the main character's name in that? It's not RT something. It's
In what?
Jack, in Big Trouble in Little
Jack
China.
Burton?
Jack Burton.
Oh, that's what it was. Son of a bitch. Anyway, all right, go ahead.
Not McCready, not RJ McCready.
Always
Maxwell, real quick, you haven't given any of your comfort movies yet. What about
Oh
you?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, similar to what we were talking about at the beginning, Scream has always been a comfort movie for me. I've seen it so many times. Craig earlier mentioned Dan Hedaya, which made me think of Dick,
Oh yeah.
which I love. I think it's so clever. And
You
Kirsten
can't just
Dunst
say
and-
things like that, Maxwell.
Look,
We're not doing phrasing anymore.
it's not untrue. I do think about Dick a lot. So,
Nice Archer reference, Vinny.
Testify.
Phrasing.
and Michelle Williams are awesome, and also Miracle. I could watch Miracle anytime.
Oh yeah, good one.
You know,
Good sports
similarly to
movies.
you, sports movies. Remember the Titans for me. That should be no
Yeah.
shock to anyone here.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
There's probably been
Yeah,
more
Remember
Remember the
Titans.
Titans
Good
questions.
thing Sam's not
since you
here.
took over
I was
the
just gonna
job.
say. I think I just saw Sam storm off.
I'll take any Remember the Titans
remembers
question.
the
I'm
Oh,
ready.
and Dan.
Yeah. But remember the Titans, Tommy Boy, and Halloween 4. Of all the Halloween movies, Halloween 4 is the one that I go back to the most. I think that movie, there's something about it that just really hits right with me, and I
Well,
love the ending.
It's
You know
Danielle
how we
Harris.
feel about
Danielle
Donald
Harris is
Pleasance.
awesome.
Yeah, and Donald Pleasance is a fucking legend.
Donald
so-
Pleasance jumps away from an explosion in that movie, and it's incredible.
Well,
Like 80-year-old.
jumps away from
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So
Michael,
what I was
Gustavo.
going to say before is, while we were amongst so many greats, I was wondering if any of you had some favorite memories or stories with Kevin Smet, since he's why we're here to begin with.
No.
No, not really.
People are
I guess
terrible.
we could just end this now then. I
He's
mean,
kind
it's
of a.
not that
I'll be
important.
honest. It's kind of a dick. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry, who is Kevin?
He gets
Smith?
he gets
Kevin
super
Smeets?
intense.
Is that what you said?
He
I don't
doesn't
know.
wash his hoodie. He smells. He walks around all the time yelling at
All those,
people.
I always thought
all
it
those
was pronounced
boxes of
Smeets.
cards.
It's not pronounced Smeets.
First time hearing of it. Sweet.
Kevin Smeets, right?
All right.
I had
All right.
a great time.
All right,
Oh, go
Rachel.
ahead, Rachel.
I'm gonna quash this.
Yeah, class us up,
and
Rachel.
say
Class us
something
up.
nice. My absolute favorite thing about Kevin is that he has such almost like a childlike joy about him. And I can remember the first time he came into the studio with our good friend Taryn, who a lot of you have met, to cheer me on in a match. And he was like a kid in a candy store. He was so excited to meet so many people that he'd watched. He loved Jedi Council. He loved a lot of the things that Collider put out. And he was just excited, like we all are when we first come into the community, to meet like-minded people who love all these geeky things, who love movies, because it's hard to find a community that shares that. And he never lost it. He's the smasher, and that persona is absolutely true. He's one of the, most dedicated fighters we all know, but he also is one of the most joyful people I know. Just taking pride and getting, joy in seeing the glass half full and being such an idealist and believing in the good of everything. And he's a pick-me-up when you see him in person. And he's just one of those, people that brings light into a room when he walks into it. And I hope he never loses that. I don't think he will. But I still remember some of those early times before he even played and leading up to when he played his first match. Just the joy of being a part of this show and this community meant the world to him. And it's one of my favorite aspects about him.
Yeah, and that's and I will say similar, just to piggyback off what you're saying about him. The first time I met him, it was my first day in studio, and I mentioned this in the previous segment. And it's like he immediately treated me as if we had been like best friends for life. As soon as he just came in and was like the friendliest person ever to me. and it has never treated me less than that. And again, this is like, I don't want to, it's Ross. I am not drunk. Sorry, someone in the chat's asking if I'm drunk. No, but like the first time I met Smets, he was treating me like I was his best friend already, and he is just, it's, I would be compelled to do this for anyone in his situation, but I wouldn't be doing like the chugging for most people. I would be, but for Smets, I will put my body on the line for Smets because he is just such a tremendous, wonderful individual.
Yeah, I had it. Well, I mean, it's very much what Craig said. The first time he came up and talked to me, it's like we'd known each other for 10 years, and like he's just so easy to talk to. But really spectacular last year was like, we talked a little bit before, but he was nervous. He was getting in the zone. I was nervous. I was doing my thing. We were helping Ben get ready for his matches because he was playing too. So we talked a little bit beforehand, but afterwards we just had such a great chat because he'd won and John and I had defended, and we just had a great talk about 2020. I mean, we didn't know at that time, like 2020, like we were both so excited, and we were like, I remember talking to him. He said, like, we're like 2020, like we're out with the champs, like it's gonna be the year of fun, like we're just gonna have a great time, we're gonna have a good time in 2020, and like he was so on cloud nine from winning, and I feel like he'd been such a fan of the show, and I feel like he felt like, in addition to like the achievement of winning the belts. He was like in the club now, which he always was. It was never, he was never not in the club. But like he felt like since he'd won the championship, like he's like, we talking, and it's just we had such a great time chatting, and we've sort of kept that up since then. He's just such a great dude to talk to. He really is.
Yeah.
I remember I saw him as his character before I met him. And I remember being very nervous to meet him, being like, oh boy, because as we all know, John Roca, that's no act. That's him all around. No.
Come on now. Come on now.
But I remember being very like, oh man, I don't know. And then yeah, he was so lovely and so nice. And I remember before he won his championship, he kept like texting me and asking me for like, what are the pointers? Like, what do I need to know if I'm walking in a championship belt? And I just, that's when I told him about, and I told Rachel the same thing. I was like, the thing I do is this thing called box breathing. It calms you down. It makes your memory better. It focuses you. And he really, he's so lovely. Like, he's so lovely. Every time I have a book come out, he's like one of the first people that texts me is like, I bought it, and it's just, you don't meet a lot of people like that. And I think this whole stream, I think you just see is the whole, the equation of that everybody's coming out for this guy. Everybody's coming out for Kevin. That he's so great, and we're smashing through these goals. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I hadn't even met him yet, like in person, and he sent me this like right after I was drafted and all that. He sent me this long email that was like, "So glad to have you here. Like, here's my study guides. Here's what I do. Like, I hadn't even met this guy in person yet, and he sent me this email that was like, it was like you said, like from an old friend. And then like finally I did meet him in person. He was like, oh, there he is, and he gives me a big hug. And I think I could just echo everybody when like you meet him and there's just no awkwardness. There's no introductory period. It's just like, I'm Kevin Smets, and I want to help you become the best version of yourself you can be. And I feel like that is the reason we're all here, is because like he's like someone that just gives to people, like whether he knows them for a minute or he knows them a whole year. So it's like the least we can all do to like come here and do this.
Yeah. To jump on what Rachel said, joy. He's pure joy. Kevin is one of those people that I want to be as happy as he is most days for like 10 minutes of my life. He's just somebody who is, you're instantly attracted to him because he just gives off this warmth and this humanity, as well as a focus, a laser focus and dedication that is going to serve him so well in this battle. Because I know it's really easy to put out the platitudes of, you've got this, you've got this. If I was cancer, I'd be scared of Kevin Smets because he, in such a short period of time, went from an aw shucks fan to one of the best competitors we've ever had. and didn't lose an ounce of his humanity or his charm, or just being a person you want to be around. So I know it's not going to be easy for him, but this is a battle I have zero doubt he's going to win. And so.
You know, you've been around long enough. You've seen, as I have, you've seen new people come in every year, and you immediately know which ones get it and which ones don't. And Kevin was one of these guys that immediately came in and he got it. And he was so like in awe, but also available to us when we spoke to him, like just willing to surrender compliments, willing to ask for advice, willing to do what was best for the game. And then you get to know him as a person, and everything that everybody said is exactly right. He is exactly what you see when you see him on these things. He is honest, he is open, he is vulnerable, he is sweet, he is tough, he is strong, and more than anything else, he loves people. And that just radiates off of him. So it lets you put your guard down, because in this world sometimes, and especially in LA, you're going to meet people that you don't necessarily get that vibe off of. So when you meet someone who's actually 100% heart, you just kind of immediately gravitate to that person, want to take care of that person. And you know, he's been so fantastic, and from the beginning all the way to now, he's just one of the great lights in the Schmodown. Regardless of titles, he's just a great light, and we all are blessed to be in his glow when we are around him and when he's around us.
Oh, go ahead, Greg.
I was going to say, John, you know, I've been in LA for 17 years, and what you just said about him is you know, something that really like sticks to me. So, you know, I've been here through a number of like, you know, ups and downs and waves and whatnot, and it's like there are some people, like it was very disturbing to me to see people, you know, like flock away from me when I was no longer able to provide them a service. Like you were describing, it's like, you know, like the people that like, you know, it can be a commodity based relationship out here. And that isn't what he's about. And I know a lot of people are talking about how Kevin Smets is such a strong person that he could do this all by himself. He doesn't need our help, but he is the most deserving person of our help of anyone I can think of I've ever met. You know,
he was always. I was gonna say he was so like when I was just hanging out with you guys behind the scenes and helping, he was always so cool to me, and all of you were like, you were all so open to me when I originally came in as just like a fan. And then he was one of the first people when he found out I became head writer of the show, he was like, I'm so excited, I can't wait. And he would start texting me after matches. He's like, I love the questions, like, and he would start geeking out over the questions. I was like, thanks, man. And when he lost the belt earlier in the year, he texts me and he goes, the match was great, the questions were great, I'm sorry I didn't thank you. And I was like, you lost, like, don't worry about me, like, what are you doing? But that's who he is. Like,
and also, by the way, you could tell that he regretted challenging that challenge.
Oh, totally.
And it's like, and if for no other reason, I actually think that it's great that he made like he sort of initiated the challenge, and then Kaiser ratified the challenge, only so that kind of challenge could be smacked down in our game, you know. And again, and he was glad that it got smacked down, because he didn't want it to be like, he didn't want that sort of thing to impede this game.
Can I just say too? Oh, sorry, Craig.
No. But by all means, I was going to ramble.
From a gameplay standpoint, just player to player, and John, this is no offense, but character work, he is the only player that I look at, like when I see, especially live, if you see that change happen live, it's like Superman. Like when Smets walks out on stage, like he's the only person in the Schmodown that I say, oh, that's not Smets, that's the Smasher. Yeah. Like it is insane, like the physical change that comes. So it's like when you watch it's like that moment in Superman and Superman the movie when
He's in Lois's apartment.
Lois that he's Superman and he takes his glasses off and like Christopher Reeve, just like his posture changes and he becomes Superman. It's like you watch and like it's like through that curtain before your eyes, the Smasher comes out to play. It's like 100%. I respect the dedication and the craft. Like that is A+ character work.
Yep.
So I guess it was what, PJ, August of 2019. And so me, PJ, Frank, Christian, my wife, Brienne, and Smets all went to Benihana in New York. And besides the fact that there's an instant bomb you form with someone when you share a Benihana table, my wife and I never met Smets in person. Never met Smets in person before. And I can't remember another time in my life where I met someone who immediately engaged with me in such a way that I felt like I had known him my entire life.
My favorite part of that
so
story,
warm and empathetic, and wanted to get to know me. You were just so clearly talking to a very special, unique person. And even though we're not close friends, we still talk sometimes. And even yesterday, he reached out to me to make sure I was okay because of something I said on the stream. I'm like, why are you worrying about me? We're here for you. Like, you're dealing with something so much deeper than what anything I'm going through. But that's just the kind of guy he is. The empathy he exudes is really 1 in a million.
Well, and to that point of that Benihana story, one of my favorite parts, and it's something that I'm never going to forget, is that there was like 3 people sitting at our table who were not part of our group. And Kevin immediately went up to them and started talking to them, and he thought that they were with us. And he's like shaking their hands. He's like, it's really nice to see you guys. And we're like, Kevin, we don't know them. And he's like, oh, well, it's nice to meet you. And it was just one of the best moments. And that's who he is.
Yeah.
I'm sure he stepped up with them as well, and they're good friends as well.
Yeah.
When you're talking with Kevin, he's always so engaged and so present that you never feel like he's just humoring you. When you're talking, the only person he's talking to, you're the only person there. And in a way that isn't forced, it's just who he is. And to jump on about the whole artificiality of Los Angeles, when you talk to Kevin, it's like a glass of water after chugging 40 gallons of wine. It's this pure, he's the best kind of geek because he's not a gatekeeper. He wants everyone to enjoy everything as much as he does. It's not about, you can't have this. It's about, oh, you want some of this? He would give any of us, if you meet him once and say more than a sentence to him, he would give you the shirt off his back. So truthfully, this is such a great privilege to be able to show him how much he means to all of us. And we're not all close friends with him, but even the short period of the concentrated time with Kevin, like 10 minutes with Kevin is better than 10 months with some other person. And this is such it's a horrible circumstance, but it's such an honor to be able to do this for him.
You don't mean Jeff Snyder, do you? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Fired.
That was a joke.
Start shit.
Them words there, Barbarian.
We were doing so well.
I love you, Jeff Snyder.
We were doing so well, like it was very classy and then Barbarian.
The drunk guy.
Real quick, I'm going to have to say goodbye to Tim because someone else needs to come in. Thank you so much for joining us, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Tim.
Proud of everyone. We're killing it. Kevin, we love you, and I'll see everyone later.
Love you, Tank.
Video Drew karaoke this week, Tim.
And I'm going to also take this time to go ahead and read some of the donations because we have a lot more that came in. 50 Shades of Geek with $10. I feel no remorse for eating chicken eggs the way I see it. It's vengeance for their ancestors eating my ancestors millions of years ago. Roka remembers, right?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do. Those were the times.
Kristen Smith with $25. Can I donate to be on BoxBox when I am already on BoxBox? Well, yes, you did. So that's the answer. Brandy with $100. Please drink water. Teresa _Sky with $5. Hashtag Smash Cancer. Hashtag Save Craig. G Rico with $25. Love this community and this all-star Schmodown panel right now. You got this, Smets. Stacy F with $50. Shug Knight with $5. Craig the Barbarian is a straight G. Much love to all you greats. This is why I've fallen in love with the Schmodown and the community. Kevin Smets, love you, bro. Dan Nye, who was with us earlier, $200. Thank you, Dan.
Wow.
Thank you, Dan.
Smash all previous donation records. Sean Barito with another $100.
Thank you, Sean.
And this is really remarkable. Matt Kearns with another $300.
Jesus Christ, Matt Kearns.
My comfort movie is Forever Rocky, and as he would say, it ain't about how hard you can hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Amen, Matt Kearns.
Hell yeah.
John Pierce with $5. You guys are awesome for doing this. You're awesome, John Pierce. Mike K with $51.85. Like I've said, I can do this all day. Smash Cancer. And very own Vinny Mancuso with $100. Thank you, Vinny.
Oh, nice, Vinny.
I'm trying to do it as casually as possible.
That's you, Vinny.
Vinny.
I am going to bring in the one and only Sean Sullivan.
Hello, everyone.
Glorious blazer.
Sean, are we drinking more?
Welcome to a spontaneous episode of Box Box.
Oh God!
What is Box Box? I have no idea.
John Roca, Box Box is the exciting show where we open a box and decide if that box rocks or if it's a box of rocks.
Oh,
it is starring. It is
you
starring
kids nowadays
myself.
in your games. All right, yeah.
It is starring myself, Maxwell Haddad, and Kristen Smith.
Oh.
And it is on the PJ Campbell Network. And that's what we were raffling. We were raffling off a guest spot on that show. And you can ask PJ, being a guest on that show is wonderful.
I'm really glad that Roca pays attention to our
we
channel.
absolutely demolished.
5,000 subscribers. You know my deal. You know my deal.
So
the action guys ain't got nothing on us anymore. So
Hell, that's right.
Now,
Yet
Max,
another
normally-
victory over the action guys. Yet another victory.
Max, normally you do the box facts, but I have some box facts here.
Oh, let's turn the tables. Hey, Sean, do you got any box facts for us today?
I do. We've raised $2,551 on this segment alone.
Yes.
Beautiful.
We have 95 total raffle entries.
Wow.
And the winner for the raffle has 31 total entries.
Oh my God.
So John Roca, if you can play the bongos for me. I don't know if you have them ready. Drum roll.
They're
It's
all
like a
in.
live top 10 all
We're
of a
gonna
sudden.
open this box.
I've been
The answer's
stretching.
in the
Hold on.
box. It's Matt Kearns.
Matt
Kearns!
So Matt, I hope you've
Kearns!
seen Box
Thank you
Box.
for the water.
If you've never seen Box Box, then you're in for
Something.
something.
Now, is that the same Matt Kearns you can find modeling as a child on various Star Wars costumes?
Yes, you can.
Yes, it is.
He was going to use this money for facial hair transplant, but he to make him look older. But now he's donated it to Kevin. So shout out to you, Matthew Kearns. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt Kearns.
All right,
And thank you,
with that
everyone.
With that note, I'm going to drop out. You guys continue this wonderful show.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Sully.
you, Sean.
Bye, Sully.
The amount of donations we've gotten during the last 2 hours is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm overwhelmed.
Well, and I have to thank all of our amazing panelists. Like, look at all of you. Like, not only just some of the best people to ever play the game, but some of my closest friends, people that I have loved so much. I've gotten to know all of you over the last 3 years at various stages, and you all mean so much to me. And what you just did is remarkable. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Look, we have to suck up to you if you want questions that are going to be favorable.
Yeah.
Why else would I be here?
Wow. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna. Yeah. Thanks.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, wow.
On behalf of the retired players in the group, that's not true for all of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got no skin in that
Got
game.
no skin in that.
But bring that corgi in there. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Rachel's retired. All right.
I was kidding. I've been drinking. Come on, people.
Corgis always make things.
Donate for the corgi.
Donate for
Drinker
Dipper.
hiding in a corner of Inman.
I will drink PJ's corgi if we get to $50,000.
50.
We'll go get Muffin if we can bring in some.
I'm petty Mark right now.
Say hi.
I'll go a little lower. You're welcome, Mark.
Oh, come on. Here we go.
I owe you a drink, Jason.
Yeah, you do, big boy. All right.
Unfortunately, our time is just about coming to an end. But does anyone have any last thoughts or any final messages to Kevin or anyone?
I think Mara does. Yeah.
Yeah. I was waiting for my turn to share some Kevin wisdom, and I just never said anything. For the Star Trek fans out there, to piggyback and kind of give a little reference, Kevin Smets is a human nexus. So
nice.
Happy.
And you know that it was so weird. The first time I met him, he was coming towards me like with a fan's perspective, and I was just like, I don't have fans. Like, what is this? This is the most weird thing that's ever happened to me. And it was great though, because he just has such an instant connection to people, in the sense that I'm better for knowing him, because I'm not a person that's very comfortable thinking about my own feelings, talking about my own feelings, telling people my feelings. And, I've been able to open up to Kevin as a friend in a way that I haven't connected with other people as friends in a lot of ways, just because of something about him that makes me feel more comfortable being more like a normal person. So I just really appreciate the fact that without any conscious thought put into it, I've become better just for having met him and for knowing him. And that's a really rare trait. I mean, sometimes you want to be better because you are looking at someone and concentrating on how amazing they are and saying, I want to be like that. But the fact that he's so great, and you don't even have to just single him out and say how great he is to be more like him, or to try to aspire to have these traits that are much more healthy and normal. I think that that's just such a rare thing. And so I'm just very fortunate that he's, let me into his life the way that he has. So this is a big thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, we're all very, very lucky to have you in our lives, Kevin, and we're going to have you for a very, very long time. So.
Yeah, so strap in, buddy. We're not going anywhere, and neither are you.
Oh yeah, no. I told Kevin, there's no chance in hell he gets away. Me being down 0-1 to him, not happening.
No offense
You
to
realize
Dan.
Mara voted for that as his best match? Him beating you? I'm just saying.
Why are you starting shit? What is wrong with you?
Of course, it's his best match. He beat all the champions. I agree with that argument.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a good exhibition match. That was, tilted in their direction, but it was a good exhibition match. Totally a good exhibition match. It was
Hey,
fun
I
to-
know that if I were in an exhibition match against all of my fellow current and former champions here, and I won as an Inner Geekdom player, even if I hadn't spun an Inner Geekdom related slice, I would be so proud of myself.
Yeah,
so he is
agreed.
the champions.
Yeah, he did. Champion of champions.
I don't think we can end this on any better note than everything that we were just had everyone say here today. So I want to thank you guys again for everyone being here. And let's just go around the room real quick. I'm sure everyone knows where they can find you, but let's get you guys on your way to enjoy your Sunday. And thank you for being here once again. Starting with Vinny, where can everyone find you, my friend?
You can find me on Twitter at VinnyMancuso1, or you could also find me on Collider.com, which does still exist. I promise.
Awesome, man. Thank you for being here, Vinny. It was a lot of fun. And
That's a good
Rachel,
one, Vinny.
thank you so much for surprising everyone today.
Yeah, no, thanks for letting me drop in. This was
course.
unexpected, but I love all of you so much and this community so much that while I was watching, I was like, I'll see if they have things.
I always have room for you in my life, Rachel. There's
Hell
always
yeah.
room.
Hell yeah. Like
I'm
Jello,
on-
there's always room for Rachel.
There it is.
I'll take that comparison. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Rachel J. Cushing. Also, catch me with Ben Bateman on Schmodown Backstage on Tuesday afternoons. I got to keep him in line as much as possible. So,
Not an
Whenever
easy
you're
thing
on.
to do. Not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, Roka would know. And of course, the outlaw himself, my friend. Where can everyone get you?
You can find me at The Roca Says, and of course on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Roca Says. Come see all the stuff we got. Oh, most of these people have been guests, and Draco, I got to get you on Outlaw Nation very, very soon. Vinny as well. Love to have all of you guys come back and do stuff. Even Haddad, maybe. I might even convince myself. You can also find me on the PJ Campbell Network with my new show. What kind of question was that, PJ? That'll be every Friday coming up soon.
Let's do it.
On the
Let's
network.
go. All right, let's do it. And Craig, where can everyone find you online?
So look, I want to say something real quick, just because
Oh boy.
I'm a little drunk.
Oh
Oh no.
But this is
Ow.
kind of those who know. So look, we've all been seeing these interstitials of Smet's talking about himself. And look, I'm at a point of inebriation where I'm comfortable talking about what it's like to not diagnose in time. And it's and I want to say I'm going to say this because I think it's important for everyone else. I don't want anyone else to experience what I've experienced. And if you get a negative diagnosis, but you still think something's wrong, don't accept the relief that comes with the negative diagnosis, which I am so glad that Kevin's wife did not do, because she could have easily just said, well, it's clearly hemorrhoids. That's what the doctors say, it's hemorrhoids. And my biggest regret in life will always be that I trusted that the doctors knew what they were talking about. And I will say this again, I said this earlier, you all know your bodies more than anyone else. And if you think there's something wrong, get a second opinion. Okay? And I'm so glad that Kevin did. And I'm so fighting in his corner for this. And I just want to plead to the community out there. Just get yourself. You know your body better than anyone else. Get yourself tested. And don't accept the comfort of a false negative.
We love you, Craig.
Yeah.
Thank you, Craig.
We love you,
Here
Craig.
for you.
Yeah. Now drink some water, you son of a bitch. Love you.
Yeah, we love you, man.
Yeah,
Mara and Dan, thank you for being here today. Where can everyone find you guys?
I mean, just keep watching this. Keep watching. Keep donating. I'm sure there's some. I know we're almost at 24 hours, right? But stay tuned. There's some great stuff coming up. We'll be watching. So
love it. Thank you guys again, and of course, Jason. It's so good to see you, my friend. Where can everyone find you?
It doesn't matter. Just keep watching the stream as well.
Good.
Much love to
Love it.
Barbarian.
Love it.
Yeah.
And Draco.
Twitter, YouTube, competing in the Schmodown, celebrating liberation for the country and the world, and sending love to everybody. And to go on what Craig said, yes, you know your body better than anybody else. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Love you guys.
Love all of you guys, and you guys can, please, as everyone else said, just keep watching today. This is so incredible. The support this community has once again shown for Kevin and his family is just so overwhelming. Thank you guys for all the donations during our part of it, and all the donations you've done literally all today. You've already raised over $11,000 in this entire stream. Like, it's ridiculous. It's amazing. You guys all are just remarkable.
Buy a Smash-A-Thon shirt. Buy a Smash-A-Thon shirt as well.
I echo everything PJ said. Craig, thank you for your vulnerability. I know that's not an easy thing to do, and I think I could comfortably speak for all of us here that if you ever need anyone to talk to, we're here for you.
Yep.
But
Always.
Keep watching. There's a lot of more exciting stuff coming up. Certain POV is coming up soon. Later, Rachel and I are co-hosting Family Feud with a whole bevy of Star Wars and Inner Geekdom competitors. It's going to be a lot of fun, and the more money we raise, the better. So thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, hey, I just wanted to thank you guys. I wanted to do this quick video and thank you for all the support. As you can see here, Smashing Cancer and the fundraiser. You guys don't realize that you're saving my life, literally, and I'll explain why. As I'm walking down here, actually, to get into my radiation chamber here. You guys are saving my life because there was a time where we were thinking, oh, the next year I'm going to have to try to balance working with my treatment, especially the hardcore chemo. Kevin Smet's pelvis, April 6, 1979. This is my man James right here. He's setting me up. You have to say that. You have to make sure they put the right lasers in the right place.
Exactly.
Anyways, you guys are saving my life because I don't have to worry about that next year. I could take the time off of work to heal and to get better and get the rest. And that's the most important thing for me. And so for that, I'm forever indebted to you because you guys are literally putting my family and you're lifting my family up and you're saving my life, each and every one of you. So the Smash-A-Thon is happening this weekend, and I just can't believe you guys are doing that, and I'm forever indebted to you. And, this is from Janine, a special Smash-A-Thon hoodie, and I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are saving my life, just like these guys are saving my life. And I'm going to go into this chamber right here, like Darth Vader. And, again, thanks again for everything you've done. I'm rambling here because I kind of lost track of what I was trying to do. But I just want to say that the fans are the greatest on the planet, and you guys are literally changing my life and saving my life. So I'm going to get in here and make like Darth Vader, or hopefully Bruce Banner, and not turns into something green. All right.